Hi, I'm Jess, and this is my channel. Hi, I'm Jess, and this is my channel Intro to Adulthood, where I upload my own personal self-care content. Today we're jumping back into Sims 4 for the Build My Homes challenge. I've moved 23 times in my life, so I have a lot of houses that I can build that I've spent a lot of time in over the last 26 years. So today we're jumping into Jackie and Claire's house, which was my next door neighbors when I was 6 years old until 9. This house is right across the road from the house that I built for when I was 6, which is very accurate because Jackie and Claire lived across the field from me. We lived out in the county and farm country, so we had fields in between all our houses. I spent a lot of my childhood in this house. More than any other house that I have actually lived in, and I never really lived here. So for me, I cherish this house a lot. I have a lot of really, really good memories here. Starting from when I was 6 and I saw Jackie and Claire and Jeremy and Stephanie jumping into the pool at their house when I was jumping on my trampoline at my house. And from there, I just got accepted as one of the kids. I was running around with the rest of them. I had sleepovers all the time. When my mom would go out of town, I would spend my week at Jackie and Claire's house because it was easier for me to get ready and get on the bus and just have a routine. Okay, so it looks like I can't put stairs underneath of stairs, even though that's how this house had it. So I'm just gonna leave the hallway section open, I suppose, with no walls, so you can get an idea that this was like a hallway. And then underneath the stairs going upstairs is supposed to be the stairs going downstairs, but Sims won't let me do it. So we're just gonna try and make it look kind of the way it's supposed to. When we were younger, we used to wait until it was dark and we would go outside and play hide and seek with Jeremy and Rodney. And Rodney is now like one of the coolest people in the world. Like, he was always been a really cool guy, but now he's like one of the coolest people ever because he works on Rick and Morty. He did, at least for season 3. So I can't say, and I don't even know if he's working on seasons like 4 or 5 or whatever, but he was on season 3, doing some of like the animation and character development and like moving the characters through the scene. So he's a really cool guy. And we used to go out and play like hide and seek in the dark, and you dress in really dark clothes so nobody could see you, and they had like the people that were seeking had flashlights. It was a lot of fun. There was a pool in the back, which was the best, and we used to pretend to be Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and sometimes we were mermaids. There were golf balls in the bottom of the pool, and so a game we had was try and go down and pick up as many golf balls as you could, and then like bring them up and see like how many you could get. We had a hammock there that we only played with for a little while because Jackie and I think Claire and Jeremy were pushing Jackie in the hammock, like trying to flip it around, and then Jackie fell out and she got a concussion. So then we weren't allowed to play in the hammock anymore. I'm trying to think. I want to build this because I knew everything changed in this house over years. You know, people grew up and moved into different rooms, and so I'm trying to think of like what time period will I make the house of Jackie and Claire's. I'd like to try and remember it as best as that I can when I was really little. They also had a lot of property. It was in like a triangle shape. And it was like the corner lot. They were like I'm building here. They were sort of on the corner lot, and their entire house was surrounded by trees. Like 2 layers of trees. We had to walk between the trees to get to our bus stop, and we had a little bus stop that it didn't get enclosed until we were older, but we had a little bridge over the ditch, and you would go to the bridge and wait, and then the bus would come and you'd cross the bridge and then get up onto the bus. It was just a little wooden bridge, but I don't know, it's just such a good memory. This house had a lot of bi-levels, so coming in to the front door, we had, there was a set of steps going up on the right-hand side, so you could go into the living room, and then behind where the stairs will be was another set of like step up, so the living room, kitchen, and dining room were all like a half level above the rest of the main floor. And I don't quite know how to do that in Sims, so I'm just gonna build it flat. There was a tiny little door that led to the attic. And that's really what this giant space is on the top floor that we're really, really not going to do, I don't think, anything with, except for maybe put like a floor down in it, because this was all just storage space. We would go in there to get out like Christmas stuff, or if it was the middle of the winter, because the attic was so cold, then you could just bring extra food from like Christmas upstairs and just keep it in the attic, because it was cold enough that it kept all of the food fresh. So that was like our secondary freezer. It was upstairs. So when I first came here and was hanging out, downstairs was Stephanie's bedroom on the far left in the corner. And Stephanie had her own room. She was the oldest, is the oldest of the 4. And then upstairs, Jeremy had his own room. And then Jackie and Claire each shared one room. So I think that's why I became such good friends with both of them. We would end up hanging out and sleeping in the same room, and it was hard to avoid each other when you're all sleeping in one bedroom. So we would end up like, we were just tied at the hip at that age. But then as I got older, Stephanie got married and she moved out. And then the downstairs bedroom became, I think it was Mary's workroom. Yeah, I believe it changed to Mary's workroom. The mom of the family does alterations and really nice beading work for dresses and stuff. So I think that's when, after Steph moved out, then it became the workroom. And Jeremy ended up moving downstairs and had his bedroom downstairs. So Claire moved out of Jackie's room and into where Jeremy's room was. I think I'm gonna build the house, like style the house, from when I was maybe 12, 13. When Jackie got her own room, Claire had her own room, Jeremy lived downstairs, and Steph had already moved out. I think that's when I have the clearest idea of what the house looked like. So that's what I'm gonna try and remember. The garage was kind of like the passway between the front of the house and the back of the house. If you didn't want to have to like take off your shoes, put on your shoes, then we would just run around and through the garage to be able to get to wherever we wanted to be. Since I don't see any sort of garage doors, what I'm gonna try and do is just use 2 of these open double doors to try to mimic garage doors. So now that we've got all the windows and doors and all the foundation done, I think we're going to call that episode 1 of Jackie and Claire's house. Come back and watch episode 2, where I'm going to furnish the place as best as I can to my memory. I'm sure that Jackie and Claire and the rest of their family will have some things to say about what I remembered correctly or incorrectly. But I think it's really been fun to be able to recreate what I think of in like my past memories. It's been a really fun challenge, and if you guys like playing Sims, I encourage you to build your old houses too. It's really, really fun, and it's challenging to try and remember where all of the closets were and where all the doors were and what everything looked like. If you do make a video and you want to show me, then I would gladly come and watch your video. Please tag me or tag Build Your Homes Challenge, and I'll give them a watch and comment and tell you what I think. Thanks so much for watching, and until next time, just keep on living.